Quick video today. I saw yesterday that the MX Master 4 had been released, and I jumped on Amazon and got one ordered. I got it about half an hour ago, gave it a little bit of a charge. It came halfway charged, but I just wanted to make sure it didn't die during this video. Here's my quick opinion of the MX Master 4. First things first, button feel. I'm going to let you hear what it sounds like. First up is the MX Master 3. Then the MX Master 3S. Finally, the MX Master 4. My explanation of what it sounds like in person is that MS Master 3 is clicky with a very defined break, and you know you've hit the buttons when you've hit the buttons. The Master 3S is very thocky and has a slightly less definitive break, but still very good feedback. And for the MS Master 4, it is very silent, but also very mushy and very undefined. I'm not really sure if I hit the button at all unless I'm staring at the screen. What did I pay? I paid $120 and got it the next day. That being said, would I suggest ordering an MX Master 4 for yourself? That all depends. If your mouse that you use now is fine, then no, I wouldn't suggest upgrading from a Master 3S to a 4, or even a Master 3 to a 3S or a 4. They're all great mice. That being said, I don't see enough of a difference to justify the $120 or $100+ upgrade. Is it a cool mouse? Absolutely. I love the Master Series mice, as you can tell. I actually have 4. I have 3 in this office. I have one for my main gaming and internet setup. I have another for my editing and streaming setup. And then I have the third, the original, that I use on my test bench. And that's where I also build computers. So when I saw the mouse came out, I bought it immediately. I thought I would love it. I still love it, but is it worth $120? No, not in my opinion. Couple notes I took. Did I have any issues? I had very limited to no issues. That being said, I did have a little scare. We'll call it that. Issues. Did I have any issues? I really didn't have any issues. I had a quick scare, but it resolved itself. Upon plugging in the mouse, the Logi Options software opened and asked if I wanted my 3S's software moved to the 4, which I said yes. It did that. Not all the buttons are acting in the correct manner, so I still had to go in, and I still have to go in and move a couple things around. That being said, it moved the most important stuff. The scare I had, the Master 4 was extremely jumpy. The mouse almost seemed like it didn't have a good connection, even though I was using the new bolt connector. I tried the Bluetooth and it did the same exact thing, so I continue to use it. I thought if it did that for the remainder of the day, I would probably just send it back tomorrow, but it smoothed out within 5 or 10 minutes. I'm not really sure what that was about. That could have been the fact that I had 2 different master mice running at the same time. I don't know. I'm running 2 at the moment, and it doesn't seem to matter. That being said, like I said, it went away. Main differences in the Master 4, the Master 3, and the 3S, or the Master 3 and the 3S are basically the same mouse. First difference, the new button. There is a third button on the Master 4, and it actually takes place of the original gesture button. When you hit that original gesture button, if you haven't edited anything, it takes you and shows you all of your desktop screens. That is now the third button. Leaves the entire gesture pad open for its new function. The gesture pad now, when hitting this button, you don't hit down, you hit up here in the corner, opens the action ring, as they're calling it. And as you scroll around these different icons, you can feel the mouse with its tactic feedback giving you a little notification that you're on target. I'll have to play with that. I will admit, so far it has been very nice to be able to click it and open up Logi options without really even moving my hand, which is very nice. Within that action ring, you can open up File Explorer, you can play, pause your current audio, you can lock your PC, and you can open Logi options, of course. That I'm not sure. It seems kind of gimmicky, but we'll see how it works. I'm sure that you can edit what these action buttons do so that they're more usable for your productivity, whether it be, music production or video production or editing, things like that nature. It's got two different AI things on here that I could really care less about. I'm one of those. I'm not anti-AI. I'm just not trying to relearn anything that I'm perfectly happy doing now myself. The material. The material is my last thing, and I'm going to get off of here. There are 3 mice here. This is the oldest one, and it looks nearly brand new, and I bought it used. I got it off of eBay, I think, for $50. Well over a year ago. Works just fine. I don't have any issues. The gesture key is a little soft, but it still works. That being said, I typically use it with new computer builds or my test bench. The 3S, if I didn't screw up what I called the first one, my 3S, is almost as old as my 3. And if you look, I don't know how easily you can see it, but it looks like it's coated in grease. It is not. It is clean, but it just has that shiny look from the rubber wearing down. That being said, I like the way this one feels the best. I wish this 4 was built the same way. I like the rubber feel. The entire 4 is made out of plastic. The only rubber on this thing is right here, which is silicone, and there is one little spot over here. Those are the only 2 areas that are silicone. The entire rest is plastic, and it feels plastic. It's not a cheap mouse, and yet it feels like a cheap mouse. But anyway, I'll learn to live with it. Where'd my mouse go? Speaking of the devil. All right. So far, that's all I got. If I run into any weird, things that I need to tell you, I will make another quick video. Thank you so much for watching this video. Have a great day. Thanks.